In today's video, I'll show you how you'd be able to create a mind map on Miro. So let's get started. So here we are in Miro.com, log in into your account and then go create a Miro board. And from here, you want to click on create with AI. And in here is that you want to go for diagram or mind map. So I'm going to show you the easiest and simplest way on how you can do this by utilizing the AI here. And after this, I'm going to show you how you can start from scratch or with a template. And now in here is that what would you like to diagram? You can go for different diagrams in here, and what we want is mind map. So we're going to select mind map, and now in a few words, describe the diagram you'd like to create. So in here is that you want to type it in here and make sure to include every specific detail so that it would be included and you don't have to edit it manually later on. So yeah, just include every detail that is needed right here. So I have this sample prompt right here. So you could also do it something like this. So create a mind map with the title, Sustainable Tourism, include 4 main branches, and so on right here. So you want to make sure that you tell AI what the branches are and what are the next branches. And now I'm going to send this. And basically, it will now generate my mind map for me based on my prompt right here. And here it is. So as you can see, it's very easy. We now have a workable mind map in here. And all of this is editable. So if there's something that you don't like, then you can just easily remove it, or you could just change it, or even add new ones. So now in here, I'm going to click here on add to canvas to finalize or confirm that I want to use this. And now I have it right here. And notice that we can now click here on the plus button right here on these branches. So click there, and then you'd now be able to create another branch. And let's say biodiversity 1. And now we have that branch right there. And as for this one right here, I'm just going to remove this. So I'm just going to go and select and type or press the delete button. And now we only have one branch. And again, if you want to add more branch in here under this certain branch, you can click here on plus. And then as you can see, you can now add another one right here. So sample branch. And then you can just repeat the same step, and then you'd basically be able to do an infinite mind map if you'd want and get all the details that you would want to be included here in the mind map. Next, you can even change the theme. Like for example, you want to click on this right here, and then you can click here and change a theme, and then you'd now be able to change the theme of your mind map into different styles if you would want it to be something like that. And then you also have some other formatting details right here, like the highlight text, color opacity, text color that you want, the font to be used, and the auto layout right here. We also have the node style right here, so we could also make it into this color, this one, depending on what you want really. So yeah, this is basically it on how you'd be able to create one from AI very easily. Now, if you want to start from scratch, what you need to do is to click here on the plus button right here. And then from here, you want to click on diagram. And then after that, you will now have this cursor right here. So you want to select anywhere in your workspace where you'd want to add a diagram, let's say right here. And now we have this. So from here is that we're going to click here on add shapes, or you could also start with a template, which is much easier, especially if you're a beginner. So you have some mind map templates right here that you would be able to use. But we'll just be starting from scratch. So from here is that we're going to go and add our first shape. So I'm going to go back into Canvas first and click here on add shapes. And then now I can do the basic shapes right here, depending on the shape that you want. Let's say this one right here. And then I'm going to go for another one right here. So we also have a lot of it right here. So we have VMware, Azure, BPMN, AWS. What I want is this one right here, users. So as you can see right here, this one is in premium subscription only, so you wouldn't be able to use all the shapes right here if you don't have the premium subscription. So we're just gonna stick with the basic shapes right there. And basically the idea in here, once you've created your shape, is that you can now connect it with the nodes right here, as you can see with the circles. When you click or hold long press on the shapes, just like that. We will now be able to connect them, and now you would be able to create a mind map with this. You can just do that repeatedly. You can even format the shape right here. You could go for the fill. You can make it a change color. Same go for the cross, change color right there. As you can see, we now have that, and then you could put a text inside it. So by double clicking, let's say text 1 and then text 2. You could also just duplicate this by holding out your Alt and then dragging, and then connect it again. Let's say here I would want it to be connected at the top. You could also bend the lines just like that if you want. And then again, you can format this right here. And yeah, basically do the same thing with the others, and then you'd be able to create yourself your own custom mind map from scratch. So that's it. And now we're going to click here on back to canvas, and it will now be saved right here. This is it for this video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.